Hey town, Eve here. So much has changed in the way that we're doing this school year, especially in the fine arts wing. So, we got together with some of our performing arts teachers to see how they're handling teaching during quarantine.
So, band is based so much on groups of people working together. How did you start the planning process for this virtual class?
Obviously, the biggest difference is going to be that instead of being like in a group with everybody else, you're going to be playing by yourself. And so that's going to be a challenge for some people. So we have to try to recreate that group atmosphere digitally.
So what it has developed into is we are still singing, but what it looks like is me standing, looking at the computer and singing, and everybody else is on mute. They are singing, but I can't hear them.
The drama classes, actually, the 2 drama classes that we have this year are going to be in the spring. But in terms of the drama program, obviously it seemed clear that we weren't going to be able to do something like a traditional play.
There's a couple of different programs that we're using to try to recreate rehearsing as a group. But there is the component of individual kind of practice.
What could we do that students could do on their own, that we could then compile, we could record? We're going to actually work with the filmmaking students, have them record and edit these separate pieces that we're going to put together.
Can you describe for us what a normal virtual day looks like for your class?
What that looks like is everyone kind of logs on. We'll do a warm-up together.
We're doing some individual projects. And then I've developed something called the Technique of the Week, which is where once a week we focus on one aspect of singing.
I mean, so far it's meeting together and then going off and doing some work on their own.
They have music already. Some of it's a PDF music, some of it's through the program that we're using, and everybody will just play along with the recording that's going through.
For the first 45 minutes, we do group warm-ups, we practice some sight reading, we will go through some parts of a piece of music, but then for the other 45 minutes, they're either working on sight reading, working on their music individually. We do exit slips.
We've run into a couple of obstacles along the way, having to scroll down on the page if they're reading the music. We can't, unfortunately, play at the same time and where everybody can hear everybody else because of the lag.
So, it looks like social distancing is going to make live performances difficult. Are there any ideas for virtual performances?
Right now, we are planning on doing virtual concert. I don't know if it's going to be at the end of the semester or the end of like in December when we would traditionally have our concert. We're still in the process of figuring out what works best.
The plan is we're going to do a fall play. It's obviously going to be a little untraditional.
Every class will do at least one song as a virtual choir. And we're also going to be doing some recital type of things, like maybe having a senior recital.
Normally we'd work on a bunch of music throughout the semester and then give a winter concert. We're trying to determine right now if we want to learn everything and then record it all at the end, or if we want to spend like 3 weeks like hyper-focused on one song, get it as good as we can get it, and then record it.
We're going to create a play called Natural and Other Disasters. What it's going to be is a compilation of individual student pieces that center around that theme.
You know, if we're allowed to do some stuff outside with smaller groups, that might be something where we could record like a smaller group playing. We might be able to set up distanced or outside would be ideal.
We'll probably have a sort of opening night sometime in November. We'll make it available to stream to parents, students, the staff, the wider Albemarle community.
Thank you for watching WPAT's Fine Arts Update. I'm Eve Armstrong.